Yo guys, it is Artie signing back in for another Dark Souls 2 lore video. I wanna take this time to clarify that these videos are kind of in like the dark zone right after what can be implied from the facts that are given, and by that I mean like there's nothing to really substantiate what I'm saying, but it's kind of just food for thought, something to entertain you basically while we wait for Bloodborne. Continuing on, I'm still doing like connections between Dark Souls 1 and Dark Souls 2, so this time I'm clarifying what my ideas on the cycles are, because I've now realized that they're not as well known and accepted as I once thought. So I want to take this time to explain my theory on what happened after Dark Souls 1 until we entered the Dark Souls 2 universe. Let me start by saying that Dark Souls 1 was the first of the flames to come. As briefly stated in my last video, the Lord Souls were only capable of splitting in the first game, and these actions created a set point in the cycles that have been repeated. By this I mean each separate portion is found in the new flame instead of at the beginning of each cycle, the souls being redistributed. For example, the Witch of Izalith does not redistribute her souls to each of her daughters. Each of her daughter's souls are found in the new flame. Ignoring the Dark Soul for now, in Dark Souls 1 we learn of the rekindling ending, where we become trapped by the flame like Gwyn. In Dark Souls 2, we see the alternate ending, where we let the flame slowly wither away and bring forth a dark age. In both endings, the world continues. More chosen undead rise, and as time weakens us, they beat us, and make the same decision we did over and over until the flame dies out. So rekindling and ruling are both worthless, and your decision doesn't matter. I believe this is why there was no decision on the release of Dark Souls 2. After the flame dies out, it miraculously relights and a new flame is born. The same as before, but different. The original 3 Lord Souls were weakened. This is because they appear as they were left, separated, already split, and now incapable of dividing. Looking at the soul as what defines a person, it makes sense that once an unfilled body claims the old soul, that they take the same personality and role of the Lord before. When looking at the Dark Soul, things are different. It continues to divide, and there is no evidence to prove or deny that the Dark Soul ever fades, or is ever reborn, as the new flames arise. When looking at Dark Souls 1, I believe that it is supposed to be understood what goes in comes out, as in, with the first flame was linked to humanity, all the humanity placed into the flame reappears when the next flame relights. This is to create a set point, but the entirety of the Dark Soul has never been tamed by an individual for long, and never completely become part of a cycle, hence still has the ability to split. Is Dark Souls 2 finally the end? Well, maybe, but probably not. Until there is more evidence that the crowns that allow us to keep our humanity are more than Seath's eternal scale, it is my belief that Dark Souls 2 is just another loop in the Souls Endless universe. Hope you enjoyed this short lore vid. Artificial Gamer signing out. In the next episode, I'll go more in depth with Pygmy and what Dark Souls 2 has taught us about the Dark Soul.